So I was in the shower, I was cleaning my ass and making all sure it's all sparkly, spanky clean.
I'm not the funny one, I'm the pretty one.
Cock shots. I just checked myself out.
Candles, music, wine, and then lube up and get on top.
The glory hole's like a dick theater. I've imagined your friend.
Which means your pants had better come off. Mama needs playtime. I see this.
We're not sluts.
We just love love. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Angela.
And this is Bradford.
Yes, welcome back to another episode of By the By.
Yes, we live. Woo!
Yes, thanks for hanging in with us through last week when we did miss an episode.
Yes, we were overwhelmed with life.
Yes, sorry about that. It happens.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's okay, we're back.
Yes.
And we have some fun things to talk about.
Yes.
First of all, upcoming, if you're listening to this on release day, the very next day, Thursday, April 18th. Well, for one thing, it's Thursday, April 18th. You know what April 18th is, right?
Jim Jeffries.
Anal Day. However, it is also a Club V party at our secret spot. So we'll kick off the long Easter weekend with a bit of lady playtime.
Yeah.
Which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to stay at home and play with the VR. I got a new Oculus Go, and I'm planning on subscribing to VR porn.
Yeah.
So you can have your lady time, and I'll have my time.
Exactly. That'll be great. We'll both get what we want.
I know. Yay.
Then the next upcoming thing that we have is May 10th.
Yes.
We have kind of a Meet the Podcasters Meet and Mingle, which will happen before the normal Our Secret Spot Meet and Mingle. And we're going to have the Bed Hoppers down from the UK. We're going to have A Slut from New Zealand. And Kate from Swinging Down Under will be here. So we'll have, and of course ourselves.
Oh, yes. Also us.
But yeah, so we'll have a nice kind of Meet the Podcasters meet and greet starting before the normally scheduled meet and mingle. And after that, we will make our way over to our secret spot for the 10th Pendulum Party.
That's right. We will saunter over.
Yes, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be, I'm pretty excited for this.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see a lot of old and new faces. And yeah.
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 Have some good bye time and exploring and just kind of nice play, hopefully.
It'll be great.
I'm sure it'll be great, yeah.
It'll be great.
Anything else on the radar?
Nothing that pops into my head. I will say that Lawrence is doing a May the 4th party, a Star Wars party, which is pretty exciting. I'm not sure what to expect from that, but that is on May the 4th. We're not sponsors of it or anything, but we will likely be there.
Oh, yes. And we will have our lightsaber dildo from Geeky Sex Toys.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. If you want to get your own lightsaber dildo from Geeky Sex Toys, go to geekysextoys.com and use our little code when you check out, by the by, and you'll get, I think it's 10% off, 5% off?
I think it's a 5% discount.
I can't remember.
You get a discount.
You get a discount.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a bonus.
Yay.
And you get a lightsaber dildo.
And you get a lightsaber.
Yeah.
That's really what you're there for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I think that's everything, but I can't think of anything. If I think of anything else, I will interrupt the podcast.
Right. Right. So we'll wait for that newsreel interruption.
This just in. Guy thinks of something. Says it. Interrupts wife. News at 11. Sorry.
No.
Too much?
Good. No.
I just woke up from a nap. Yeah.
All right, so shall we get into the meat and taters?
Ooh, I'm kind of hungry too.
Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so we are both down here in Melbourne for the weekend.
Yes, and as a side note, if you live in Melbourne, we're very sorry for not telling you that we're in Melbourne. Look, we were, again, very tired. We needed a bit of catch-up time.
Yeah.
Next time, I promise.
Yeah, this was a weekend for us. And admittedly, I came down for the weekend, and we didn't have any real plans. We were just going to kind of see what happened. And what do you do on a Saturday afternoon with no plans for Saturday night?
You walk 7K and go to every upscale sex toy store in Melbourne.
Oh, yes, that was the afternoon. That was great, actually, because we went to Eagle Leather,
Yeah.
which we had seen at Sexpo in Melbourne
years ago,
a couple
yeah.
years ago, but never been to their storefront.
Yeah.
So we went down there, and that was really lovely. They have some good stuff there.
Oh man, Eagle Leather, definitely.
Yeah.
Check them out. I got some sexy lingerie from there. I got me a pair of leather suspenders, which I'll be wearing to work this week. Yeah, really good quality stuff. All their leather was locally made,
Yeah.
which is exciting.
Lovely people.
And they've got latex as well.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for latex, both men's and women. In fact, I'm going to say that was the largest selection of latex for men that I may have ever seen.
I would agree,
I was really impressed.
especially in Australia.
Definitely in Australia. I was really impressed with their quality. Prices are expensive, but prices are expensive in Australia. So
Yeah,
it's
I would say they're typical of what you would expect.
Yeah, definitely.
It's good quality
good,
too. So
good quality, lovely human beings.
Yeah.
And they had a puppy dog at the time, which is always great. So yeah, we went there. We went to Manhouse.
yeah,
Manhouse, which is spelled the way you would spell it if you were German, which is this really strange, unassuming little door on a corner, and you go up 2 flights of stairs, and then you're in this gigantic showroom of, like, extremely upscale showroom of cock rings and dildos and leather and slings and swings and tables. Oh my. It was really surprising, but awesome.
Yeah.
Another really great shop. And then we went to Le Cruza de Sade, something like that. I don't know. Again, in Melbourne, good stuff. It reminded me more of like Saks Leather.
I would
Sydney.
agree. Yeah,
So yeah, some fantastic stuff. We did some good shopping.
a little bit of just wandering around and checking out some shops here in Melbourne because we've not really done too much
No.
of that before. So yeah, it was good. It was fun, and then we came back to the hotel and took a bit of a rest and tried to figure out what we were going to do in the evening. So we got on to Red Hot Pie to see what events might be happening.
Yes, because we're bad swingers and we don't plan about this
No.
well in advance. So last second, 6 hours before
If that.
we would be
Yeah.
doing anything, Angela gets on RHP and starts looking at local events. And one comes up.
It was Shared Secrets. I think there were several,
Well, yes,
admittedly.
of course. There was a bunch that came up. But
Yeah, but we went through and kind of culled out a couple of them and looked at where some of the different parties were. And this one, Shared Secrets, was not too terribly far. It was a short Uber ride away. And it was down at Bay City Sauna, which is in, what's the name of the suburb? It starts with an E. Elsternwick. Yeah, so
Elster or Easternwick?
Elsternwick, which is down kind of towards St. Kilda area. So
Yeah.
it's not too terribly far for us to get to from the city.
No, it was a 30-minute cab ride
Yeah.
south of the city. So not terrible. One of the other ones we looked at was, I don't know, it was like 23 miles away.
It was at Shed 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looked fun as well, but it would have been like a $110 cab ride.
Right. Yeah. So we weren't going to do that.
Negative.
No. But yeah, so we ended up down at Bay City Sauna, which I was pretty excited about because I've never been to a sauna before.
Yeah.
And of course, hearing all of Bradford's stories about them, I wanted to experience this, even though. Okay, so admittedly, going into it, we didn't quite know what to expect because it is a sauna, but it's also like a couples night,
Yeah, it's
couples and
couples
singles,
only night.
couples
No.
and singles ladies.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
I was just reading their website itself. It says Melbourne's newest and hottest couples exclusive event. But I would guess that they let single ladies.
I think they did allow single ladies.
Okay.
If you read a bit further, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see single ladies.
Oh, yeah, it does.
So
All the single ladies, $25.
So yeah, it was, to me, it was kind of curious because I didn't know what to expect from a sauna and sauna experience, but then with couples. So I didn't really bring any kind of sexy dress with me. I had a sweater dress, but nothing that was particularly going out kind of to a swingers club. But Bradford was like, that's okay. It's a sauna. You're going to dress down as soon as you get in. So I had brought kind of a one-piece lace lingerie set, like a Honey Birdette type thing. And so I brought that, but but Bradford was like, it's at a sauna, you're going to dress down, bra and panties are fine, you don't even need that. So I didn't take that, which was fine. But yeah, we just really didn't know if it was going to be more swingers club, if it was going to be more sauna, a bit of both. We didn't really know what to expect. So that was kind of fun to go into it, neither of us really knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get there, and of course, if you've never been into a sauna before and have not listened to my long stories and rants about saunas, it's basically a mirrored door outside, or a dark, you can't see in, and you go in, and it's this long stairway up to heaven. No, up to the little reception desk. And so we walked up there, and what was your thoughts like as you were walking up that scary stairs?
It didn't seem scary to me at all.
Good.
They were well lit, open stairs. Like, there wasn't anything scary about it. And there was a window at the top of the stairs, and
Window to heaven.
yes, a window to heaven. There was a window and kind of a reception desk at the top of the stairs, and you could see behind the glass there were towels and things like that. A lovely young man greeted us and welcomed us, took our money, kind of made sure, he's asked if we'd been there before, made sure that we understood the rules and what went on. They, at Bay City Sauna, and I don't know if this is common of all saunas or not, but they have a nice little brochure that is the code of conduct that you can get at the top of the stairs there.
I have never seen this at a sauna.
No?
Admittedly, I don't often look for things like this at a sauna, but this is a brochure called the Code of Conduct. I mean, this is epic.
I think it's quite good.
This is genius.
Yeah.
I think all swingers clubs should do something very similar to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great, and it runs through things like no thanks means no thanks, shared public spaces respectfully.
I actually like what it says under no thanks means no thanks. It says, if you have trouble with this concept, we'll be glad to explain it to you. If you encounter someone who is having trouble understanding this concept, please make a staff member aware.
It's just great.
Yeah.
It's really, I was really impressed with how well put together the club was. And so, as a side note, this is a club that's owned by the same folks that own Wet on Wellington.
Which
also,
you've been to before.
Yes, also here in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And Wet on Wellington was I think the overall cleanest, nicest club sauna I had ever been to. And this just sort of falls right into that. It's clear that it's owned by the same people, and it's a really great space.
So this sauna, once we were greeted and did all the entry stuff, we walked in, went to the locker room, dropped our stuff off.
Well, he even gave us a tour.
Yes.
And we'll call him M because we didn't get confirmation that we could use his name. But
It's like a 007 M.
yeah, he is basically. And then behind the bar was Q. But yeah, so he walked us. I had never gotten a tour of a sauna.
Oh, really?
No, because they don't do that. They're like,
But
"Hurry."
I guess because it's a couple
Yeah,
thing, maybe.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like go forth and multiply is typically your tour. There's ass and cock out there. Go find it yourself, asshole.
Admittedly, we also got there early.
We were
So-
there. It started at 8, and I think we got there around 8:40.
Yeah.
8:35. So yeah, he took us through a tour. It's a lot smaller than any other sauna I've ever been to. That's not necessarily I'm not detracting from it, but it's not as big as I'm used. It's not as big as I'm used to. When it comes to saunas, I'm a size queen.
But that can also, I don't know what it's like on a sauna night, but to me that seems like it can create a little more intimacy as opposed to just kind of a big random numbers game.
The only issue I can see with it on a sauna night is it's hard to hide from somebody that you're not interested in.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
No thanks means no thanks, but at the same time, some people just sort of follow you around like puppy dogs.
Right.
And sometimes you just want to get into a location that you can hide from them. And this place was a long hallway, and then a square. You had a square space in the middle.
And down the long hallway, there were several playrooms. There was a room with a swing. There was a room with a cross. And then in the square in the middle was the locker area. Towards the back, there were restrooms and a hot tub
Yeah.
and shower.
And in that square in the middle was the theater with all
Yeah.
the glory holes.
Yeah.
So they've got a big theater where you can sit down and watch porn, and then the glory holes that view out the porn and whatnot. Yeah, so that's the only negative I could see about it as a sauna, is it would you would continually run into the same people, and sometimes that's not what you want to do.
Right. Fair enough. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But they did have as well a pretty good sized bar
Holy
lounge
shit, it was
area.
huge.
Yeah. Which I think, again, not knowing what it would be like for a sauna night, as far as couples being there, that was great to have
Yeah.
that big kind of lounge bar area. There were some couches, there were some tables, there was a smoking area out the far side of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And the smoking area was small, which is nice. I was just trying to sit here and think of the smoking areas at some of the other saunas. I'm trying to remember if Subway even has one, and I can't recall. I know that Wet does, but you have to go outside and then upstairs, so
Right.
it's really well sequestered away. So yeah, it was. The bar was huge, and another shocker for me was that this bar actually sold alcohol, because like all alcohol, it was a fully appointed
Yeah.
bar, and you got 2 free drinks when you walked in, which again, like, wow, okay, cool. So
That might have been a first time thing because it was our first time as well.
oh, maybe,
Yeah.
well, no, because I saw other people have that.
Okay. Unless they were other first timers.
Okay, touche. Inconceivable.
Because there were some other first timers there. We know. We talked to them.
Yeah. So not bad for it was $70 entry.
Yeah.
So very, very much not bad for that. We shortly after the tour, and we're walking back to the bar, we introduced ourselves to the guy, and as soon as we said our names, he recognized us, and we realized that we had met him and the bartender and the owner and yada 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 at a meeting at Sexpo a couple years
Several
back.
years ago, yeah.
And so we were all like, "Oh yeah, hey, how are you doing?" Because I'm terrible with names. It's dark, as we've said before, or as I've said before in saunas. It's dark, so it's hard to see. But it was great to catch up and like, "Oh yeah, we do know you guys."
Yeah.
And so,
And it was good because we hadn't, well, not being to the sauna, we hadn't really seen them since then. So, yeah, it was really lovely to kind of catch up and have a
yeah,
chat.
yeah.
So,
So overall, our first thoughts, I guess, on walking through the sauna and seeing like the space.
for me, it was a lot cleaner than I expected.
Me too.
Because it was very clean and yeah, very well put together. And I don't really know what I expected, also not knowing how long that it's been there, but like the play areas didn't really seem worn, like the surfaces.
I agree.
Because sometimes you get like pleathery stuff and it starts to look worn at some point. I don't know, I guess I expected something a little seedier, not really seedy, but just, a little more edgy, perhaps. I'm not sure exactly what I meant or expected, but it was extremely clean, very well put together. There were condoms and lube everywhere. There was even a sign up in the restroom, both in the ladies' restroom and then by the sink as well, that said that you will see bareback porn playing, blah, blah, blah. However, we do take safety. I forget how exactly it was worded.
Safe sex,
but basically, yeah, we take safe sex seriously. There are condoms everywhere. Please use them.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really good that they did at least address the fact that, yes, there is condomless porn being shown, but you should still use condoms. So I did like that. I think that they did a very good job of just trying to, put safe sex in front of your face and put it out there.
Yeah, I was surprised at that as well,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Yeah, no, I think the space was really good. Like I said, it may have been smaller than some saunas, but not having anything to compare it to, I thought they had, a fair number of play spaces.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they had a cross if you wanted to do that. They had the swing, the glory holes, like the theater. It was, yeah, it seemed to have everything that it should, and I thought it was laid out in a way that kind of made sense. They did have the spa, the hot tub there, and we did see them checking the water from time to
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
which was really good to know that at least they keep an eye on it and make sure
Hourly,
it's,
she said.
yeah, clean and safe and all that good stuff. So that was good. I was impressed by that and kind of surprised, admittedly. So
Yeah, me too, to be honest.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I'd never seen anyone at a spa checking the water. Or, anyone at a sauna, I should say, checking the water.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we sat down at the bar and started talking to the bartender, who also recognized us. Again, we'll call her Q, because she had all the bartender stuff. And yeah, we got our drinks, and immediately a couple seats down started talking to us.
Yeah. Yeah, we chatted with them for a good long time. They were regulars.
Mm-hmm.
I think they said they go most weekends, which is pretty exciting. 'Cause it's like us with our secret spot.
Right, yeah, sure.
But yeah, so we chatted with them for quite a while, and just, how long have they been in the lifestyle, what kind of, just, what do they do, what does it look like for them, that kind of thing, and just general chit-chat.
Yeah.
And
She was an interesting character.
yes, I'm pretty sure she was already pretty wasted when she got there.
Yes.
She was pretty full on.
Yes. And she didn't really take no for an answer.
Yeah.
Not in a pushy, sexy way, but in a just every time you would suggest something, she would disagree with you. Yeah, she was interesting. Not really my style.
Yeah, they were fun to talk to for a little while, but it was not someone that we were interested in playing with by any means. There was another couple that came in around the same time as us, were in the locker room at the same time as us, didn't say a word, didn't make eye contact in the locker room, which I thought was weird because it's not a big space really, and there's 4 of us in there, so I was trying to catch one of them's eye to say hi, something, and they just completely, you don't see me, and then they left, went to the lounge area, and sat at a table kind of off to the side by themselves. So
As far as they could get from everybody else.
yeah, so we just kind of left them alone and be like,
Yeah.
all right, you clearly don't want to interact at the moment. So
Sure, you do you.
yeah.
The clientele was interesting. They were, I'm going to say, overall attractive.
Yeah.
Average age was probably in the early to mid 40s.
Yeah.
We were younger.
There was another couple there
than
that was
average.
new that I would have said was probably around our age.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And they were the couples fell into 2 categories. Either completely comfortable, meaning like that one couple that started having sex right in the bar area. The
Around the
loungy,
corner.
around the corner,
Yeah.
there's a loungy area.
Yeah.
They started having sex right there. Or they were so, they just didn't want to talk to anybody. So they completely sequestered themselves away from everybody else in all the conversation.
And it may be as well that they just don't know how to approach people.
Sure.
Maybe they're not comfortable, or they're just kind of feeling out the situation. Because I know that one new couple, we did talk to them for a brief bit at one point later in the evening, and it may just be that because they were very nice when we went to talk to them. So it may just be that they were just kind of sussing it out, see what happens,
Sure,
that
yeah.
kind of thing. But at the same time, you're there to meet other people, so yeah.
So make an effort.
Yeah.
It was funny because they were being they were being cornered by the lady in red, and we went over there just to
The very talkative,
yes,
quite drunk lady. So they were being cornered, and they didn't look super comfortable, so we at least went to interject and try to take some pressure off of them
Yeah.
and distract her a little bit. Yeah.
And so we sat there for a little while, and then we decided it was time to go for a quick walk around to see what was going on.
Yeah, so we started going down the hallway, which it's funny because it's a long hallway, but because you have all the playrooms and everything all lined up on the one side, and then there's the restroom area behind that, it seems extra long. Like every time I went to use the restroom, I felt like it was just like a mile long, and it wasn't, of course, but because it's thin and narrow, just one long thing with stuff on each side, it just felt like I was walking the mile.
Yeah,
So.
and that's the way. Honestly, that's the way all of the that's the way all of the saunas are.
Yeah.
They somehow I think it's somehow between the lighting and
I think some of it's the lighting too.
and none of the hallways are 100% straight. They all have little. There's a pun there. They all have little jags and jigs and whatever into them.
And also when there's a mirror at the end of it,
Yeah.
that gets really kind of freaky.
Yeah, and so you do end up feeling lost and like you're in this hamster mouse warren, rabbit warren cave thing. So yeah.
Yeah, but we started to wander around. We started down the long hallway, and was there anybody playing in the playrooms at that point? I feel like there was
yes,
in one.
in the air quotes orgy room.
Yes, that had the bigger bed in it.
Yeah, it has a big round
Yes,
bed.
there were 3 people playing in there.
Yep.
And there was one couple in the hot tub when we
Yes.
went around the first time.
Yep.
The hot tub did get more use later, but there was one couple in it at that point. We continued on around to the other side to where the glory holes were. I don't think there was really anybody over there,
That was funny.
but we went to go use the glory holes then.
Yeah, so they have 2 glory holes. It's small, so they have 2 glory holes. Both of them are the style that are offset, where both people can be standing. So it's a set of stairs
Yeah.
to go down to the performing end.
Which is lovely. I like the offset.
Yes, it's great.
Yeah.
But so you were like, all right, get in this one. So I get in this one, and I pull my underwear down and stick my junk through the glory hole, and I wait, and nothing. And I'm like, okay, how long is she gonna take? Nothing. So I squat down, I look, you can't see anything because it's fucking pitch black. You're like, okay. All right, so I'm sticking my junk into a dark black hole. Kinky. And then nothing. And I realized it was probably only 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
It wasn't very long.
But it feels like
No.
forever that you're hanging loose. And I was like, all right, well, I'll watch porn for a second. Okay, still nothing. I'm like reaching my hand through the hole to see if I can find you. Like, what am I going to, like, seriously, what am I going to grab? So finally, I start to leave, and you knocked on the door. You're like, I don't know how to get in there.
Because it was a tiny little entrance, and it was dark. I couldn't
It's the
see it.
hallway.
Yeah.
She's such a sauna virgin. She doesn't know how to get to the performance end of a glory hole.
No, I couldn't see the little doorway because it was dark and it was narrow, and yeah. But so you showed me where to go in.
I walked out. I was like, right here, put there, mouth there, and then go back upstairs. Head here, mouth there. Just wait.
Well, once I got the little entrance, it was
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. I was like, I don't see it. Where do I go?
Oh my god, it was very funny though. I had a little giggle.
Like, I want a cock in my mouth. How do I get it?
I don't know where the cocks are. Where's this puppet theater I hear about? So yeah, and that was nice because there's something really nice about getting a blowjob while watching porn. Because they've got the way the glory holes are set
You know
up.
we can do that at home, babe.
Yeah, but there's something really nice about the fact that,
That you're at a sauna.
I'm at a sauna. Can we build a sauna in our apartment? I think the what's it called? The strata, the homeowners association would have some sort of issue with that.
They might, yes.
Just a small one.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we put them in the glory hole. They'll be like, you know what? This is all right.
Yeah.
Carry on. So yeah, it was very nice. Am I going to say this as a flat statement and it be true? I was going to say it's rarely a bad thing to get your cock sucked. So I could try to come up with a situation in which is a bad thing. And when you don't know who's doing it, I mean, I knew who's doing it, but you're not actually looking at them. You're watching porn. It's
As long as it feels
it's even
good,
better.
As long as it feels good and they're good at sucking your cock, then yeah.
You don't have to be really good at it. You just have to be eager.
Yeah.
You don't have to be great. You have to be willing. So yeah, that was nice. And then we left there after a few minutes and went into the swing room because we don't have a swing yet. Stay tuned. Watch this space. And yeah, close the door, lock the door because it's important to lock doors in saunas unless you want friends coming in. And yeah, you hopped up in the swing, and I started going down on you a little. There was porn again above that, so you could watch the porn.
And it was mirrored all around. Wasn't that one?
Swing
That
room
one
was
was not, okay.
No, but it did have the little screen up, so you could watch.
No, that was
porn.
the other playroom
Yeah.
later that had
Spoiler
all the
alert.
mirrors. Sorry. But yeah, the swing room was fun because you did go down on me for a little while.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're always really good at that.
I'm happy to serve.
Yes. And your mouth serves well.
And you were being served because you were like in a swing.
I know.
So, you think about it, you were in a swing that like countless men have been in.
Yeah, my ass cheeks touch the same places their ass cheeks touch.
Whoa. So, yeah, pretty awesome. And then I guess I stood up and I fucked you for a little while.
Yeah.
Did we finish in that?
No.
We didn't.
No.
Because again, I was trying to give you the true sauna
Yep.
experience, which is you fuck someone for, a good minute to 10 minutes, and then you might move somewhere else. You might move to someone else.
Yep.
So, we played there. The problem with swings still, I find, are getting... The rhythm is easy to get into, but to get into a comfortable rhythm where you're not being cut in the thighs by the swing or, it's still... It means that when we get our swing, that we're going to really do some research on comfort. And
Ergonomics.
Ergonomics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was fun. I enjoyed that. And then I was like, oh, well, typically this is where I am in the swing. And so I got in the swing, and then you were like, I should have brought my pegging stuff. And I was thinking, you should have.
Yeah, I didn't even...
But we didn't think about it.
Didn't even consider that we might be going to a sauna this weekend, much less that I should bring my pegging stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Lesson learned. Next time, always bringing pegging stuff no matter where you go.
it's like,
Unless it's a place where it's illegal.
it's in your go bag,
Yeah.
except in Bali.
Yeah.
So, we left that room and then went to one of the normal seedy rooms, and yeah, that was good. Then there was a few different sex positions, and
That's where all the mirrors were.
no, that one still
No?
was no mirrors.
Damn it.
Yeah,
When did the mirrors come in?
late in the night. That was the second round play.
Oh, okay.
We
I like the mirrors.
in this one, I fucked you doggy style, and then came on your back, and then licked it all off.
Yeah. I like it when you do that.
Yeah, which
That's really hot to me.
it's similar to what happens to the gay sauna, only typically it's someone's jacking off on somebody else and then they lick it
Yeah.
off. Yeah. So it was great. That was good. It's kind of funny because giving again, it's that full sauna experience, because at that point you're doggy style, but you're basically a foot away from a blank wall. So that's what
Yeah.
you got to look at.
Yeah.
So you had the nice red gym mat beneath you, a black wall in front of you, and that's all you got to enjoy. Welcome to a sauna.
Yeah.
Not perfect, but not bad.
Yeah. I mean, it was fine. I had a good feeling.
That's right. That's all you were.
Yeah. I was pleased.
You were focused on the feeling.
Yeah.
So then after that, we did a quick wipe down and then went back to the bar.
Yeah.
More drinks. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then we had to talk to some more people there. It was very social, I feel like, for a sauna. And I'm
yes.
assuming that that's not the case. In fact, we talked to the M at one point during the evening, and he said, oh, yeah, no, it's not like that on the normal night, which I figured as much. But
Yeah, it was a lot less transactional.
Yeah.
So, admittedly, we didn't play with anybody.
No.
But, it was... I think that it would have been very easy for us to jump in and play with some folks. Everybody was really like, oh, let's all go together into the orgy room.
Yeah.
Or let's all go over here and whatever. And a couple of times we went walking past the theater area, and people were having sex in there, in the theater area. Which, it's funny. In most of the time in saunas, it's rare that you'll see penetrative sex in front of the screens, like movie screens.
Okay.
Typically, you might see a little bit of oral and
Hand
some
jobs.
hand jobs and stuff like that. But as soon as it gets to the, hey, let's fuck something, the guys will go into one of the rooms.
Interesting.
A little more private.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of exhibitionists there last night.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a really quick break. We're going to have a
But I was
commercial
just
break.
going to tell another sexy story.
Well, then you'll have to wait till after the commercial break.
But I might forget.
You won't forget.
I won't.
I'll remind you.
I forget.
Join us on The Wet Coast, a podcast about sexuality and ethical non-monogamy of every variety. We talk polyamory and swinging, monogamish and open relationships, from dirty, dirty sex to heartbreak and everything in between. We share our personal experiences and philosophy, observations and theories, what works for us, and where we fucked it right up. This isn't your average couple's explanabrag podcast, though we definitely do a little of that. We share our adventures in open with a unique, funny, feminist, and Canadian approach. Come get wet with us on the Wet Coast.
All right, and we're back from commercial break.
I forgot the sexy story.
No, you didn't.
I did.
So we were talking about penetrative sex in the theater room.
I can hear people going, "Where's my sexy story?" Yeah. So yeah, watching people fuck each other in the theater room, that was pretty interesting.
And not typical.
And not typical.
Or not typical for a sauna night.
Not at least for my experiences of saunas.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. Yeah, it was interesting. We sat at the bar again for quite a while, talking to M and Q, trying to understand, sexuality at this couple's night. How common is it that you see bi men? And M very, very deftly handled the question the first time I asked it by not necessarily answering the question, and then later when I asked him again, I was like, "Look, you dodged it the first time, but let's talk about it." And he was very open about it. He was like, it's not as common on couples nights, which to me that surprises me. But I think it's because they don't allow single men in.
Right.
So it's interesting because the locations, gay saunas or saunas, now they're it's very much gay and bisexual men saunas, they are really in there's something in the air. I don't want to say it like that, but there's something that makes them very homosexual play friendly.
Right.
And I think it's because there's so much homosexual energy there. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of man-on-man energy. And so it does surprise me that there wasn't more
That
of
doesn't
that.
carry over when there's couples.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not just an aura or an energy within the place.
Right. Which, it still felt that way, but did it feel that way because
That's what you're expecting.
it's built for purpose, or does it feel that way because that's what I'm expecting because of just experiences or what? But yeah, not sure. Yeah, so we talked to them for a while, and then it was time for round two. Mm-hmm. So I could tell it was time for round two because, let's see, when you become a man and you start to get blood flow and hair, no, kidding. Because my underwear were getting tight again, chatting and watching you. So I was like, all right, we need to go. Let's go do this. So we ended up going straight into one of the rooms that I love, that every sauna has, which is the Hall of Mirrors. Mirrors, mirrors, mirrors. It's a room that has every surface except the floor, which is a shame because it should be as well, is mirrored.
Yeah, they'd have to use that. What's that acrylic stuff that looks like mirrors? Yeah.
That the gentleman was.
They would have to be on the floor. Yeah. But yeah, that was fun because it was mirrors all around on the ceiling. Like, yeah,
every wall and the mirrors.
Yeah.
And so the best thing to do when you're in a mirrored room like that is to 69.
Yeah.
Which is great because I'm going down or up on you, and I can look up or down. I can look up and see your ass in the ceiling, and like me, like right there, like nom nom nom. Yeah. And then I can look over to my right, and I can see you going down on me. But because of all the mirrors, it's like there's a bed next to us with you going down on me, and a bed next to them with you going down on me, and a bed next to them, et cetera, et cetera. And
it's like infinite 69.
It's infinite 69s.
Yeah.
So it's like 69, 69, 69, 69, 69. 696. So it went all the way around. So it was, that was pretty awesome. And then you slid down and started riding me in reverse doggy style.
Yes.
Which, interestingly enough, I don't know if you saw this, but NASA confirmed that in space, doggy style and reverse cowgirl is the same. So I now call it reverse doggy style.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
NASA confirmed it that
Right.
in the space there's no difference.
But they didn't coin the new term for it.
No.
Right.
See, I did that for NASA.
Uh-huh.
Reverse doggy.
Right.
Yeah,
Good.
but it already has a name, so I guess. But if it's the same thing, that's the issue. Anyway, so
2 names for 1 position.
two girls, 1 guy. Anyway, so that was fun, and that's because
I like that. I really like having all the mirrors, and especially when we're going down on each other. Like, it's just, and I like the fact that no matter where I look, there's all these reflections.
yeah,
like
and they're
that's
such attractive people.
acceptable.
They're hot. Oof. It is funny because like I think still it's not a surprise that my favorite part of you is your ass, and to see thousands of ass, it was nice, and to have one right in your face
I was
while
gonna
you're
say,
doing it.
thousands of asses doesn't sound like a bad thing.
No, it's amazing. Whoa, look at all the ass.
Yeah.
So yeah, you slid down, rode me. It was one of those great situations for both of us in that it was my second time around. So. And I was wearing my cock ring, so
Yes.
it made me last for fucking ever, and almost to the point that I was like, we should probably finish this. We should probably. I was like, hopefully she's still enjoying it, and then you would make those mewling sounds. I'm like, yeah, she's still enjoying it. We don't have to finish yet.
I was definitely enjoying it.
It was great, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things that also slows me down is like there's a million things you can look at. I can look at actual you or the 5 trillion yous that are around, but I kept looking up at you, which is a really weird vantage point to see reverse cowgirl from top down. Yeah, you don't get to see that very often, and
No.
that's a shame.
Yeah. No, you really don't.
So yeah, that was great. We made a little bit of a mess, and then we toweled off and went back to the bar, as you do.
Yeah. So on a normal sauna night, would you spend much time in the bar area?
None.
My guess is none.
I never go
Yeah.
to the bar. Now, I
Do
will.
you see people there though frequently?
So it's weird because, and we were just kind of discussing this with them last night. I'm trying to think like at 357. I don't think 357 has a liquor license. So I can't even remember if they sell beer and wine. Last night I think I said that they did. Now the more I think about it, I don't think that they do. So you would only go up to the bar area if
For like water refreshments?
yeah.
kind
Okay,
of?
so I'm wrong. Just confirmed myself on Just confirmed on their website. So 357 is the only gay sauna that offers a fully licensed bar. So that must be in Sydney. They're the
In
only
Sydney,
ones.
yeah.
But I do know that where that bar is on the tippy top floor, and the only other things that are there are a couple of computers, a bunch of lounging areas, and then an actual theater.
So it's away from all the play spaces.
Yes, it's completely away from all the play spaces. Like, and when I say an actual theater, I think like the last time that the gentleman and I were there, they were showing Infinity War.
Was it like Infinity War parody porn?
No, it's actual.
Okay.
It's a straight movie,
Okay.
a non
Yeah.
porn,
Interesting.
non porn. Yeah. So. Which it's weird.
Yeah.
That's so weird. And there's a few places that are like that. I've been to one of the ones in Amsterdam that had just an actual, it's like a social area.
Yeah.
And so I rarely go there.
Right.
I go there to get away from people, to sort of give my brain a little mental reset. I know the gentleman and I went up and sat there one time. Again, just to sort of take a deep breath and kind of relax before you dive back down into it. So, yeah. I don't remember. Oh, yeah. So I was going to say, I don't remember what spawned this. No, that's why I don't often spend much time in the bar areas. And then at Wet on Wellington, it's the bar area is a bit away from everything, but then it's also, as I recall, very near the sauna and very near the pool.
Okay.
So,
So again, that would lend itself more to social as opposed to just a quick
exactly.
refreshment.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And, it's funny, going back to the saunas, look, and this is my experience, in gay saunas, the spas there's not a lot of sex that goes on there. That apparently is only a heterosexual thing. So, like,
That's interesting.
it's funny. So, ipso facto, you have to blame women. Because they're the only different thing. No, I'm kidding. But it is something that you'll see the occasional guys sitting next to each other casually giving hand jobs, but it's not a I'm going to make you come kind of thing in the water.
Right.
It's I'm petting you, just trying to get you aroused. You will occasionally see guys sitting on the edge getting blowjobs. Mm-hmm. But again, it's not about the orgasm, it's about the arousal. Mm-hmm. I have never, in all of my times going to saunas, seen penetrative sex in a sauna. And you think about it, it makes...
In the spa.
I'm sorry. It's in the spa. And you think about it, it makes perfect sense. Because spas soak up lubricant, and anal sex is already something that has no lubricant. So the last thing that you need is...
I was going to say, penetrative sex in a spa is not real fun anyway.
Well, I saw two different couples doing it last night.
I know.
Which goes back to this is why I don't get into spas in a swingers club, is because...
water is not a lubricant. You should not be doing that.
I'm just going to say, it's not good for you because there's so many chemicals in there as well. And it's terrible for the spa, and it's rude for anybody else who gets in the spa after you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Straight people are the worst. I'm kidding. They're the worst. It's just, they make bad decisions.
Well, so, I was going to say, but that's not necessarily just straight people, though.
No. But when it comes to spas, it is.
Yeah. But you could have bi people in there as well.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
See, there you go. It's women. It's all women.
It's the women.
It's the women. Women are the worst.
Or it's the women's influence, perhaps.
You're just so tempting.
Right.
So it was funny because when I saw it last night, I was surprised and then instantly thought, why are you surprised?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we sat at the bar for a little while longer and then started thinking about heading home and wrapping up. I was talking to them about, so I may go tomorrow night to Wet on Wellington on their mixed, their couples night.
It's the one Monday a month that they allow couples at Wet on Wellington.
Yeah.
Which I unfortunately have to go home because it would be lovely to go with you.
Yeah.
At some point we've been trying to get down here, but Mondays tough.
Mondays are tough. So
since we don't live in Melbourne.
We'll do my best to do that. And then apparently Tuesday at the Bay City, they do another Taboo Tuesday where they let ladies and cross-dressers and couples in.
I think that would be interesting to see what the clientele, the mix of people, how the vibe is, what it feels like.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun.
So, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what that ends up being. I'm kind of looking forward to that.
So, overall, your sauna experience when there were couples there, what would you say compared to when it's just gay and bi men?
I like it just with the men. It's funny because I look forward to, again, going this week and seeing what it looks like. And it's kind of funny because being in Melbourne, I've not yet gone to a sauna this past week because just work was too crazy, which means that the only night I'll get to go on a men's only night will be Wednesday if I go, but then that also means that out of 5 nights, I've gone 4 nights to a sauna. And then I'm starting to think, do I have an addiction?
Do I have a problem?
Do I have a problem? Yeah, it's called chafing. So we'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. But it's, I don't know. It's, Bay City was amazing. The space was clean. It was, as saunas go, it ranks up there right next to Wet on Wellington as clean and well appointed and in, like, I keep saying the word clean, but it's always surprising that it was clean. Then, the staff there were amazing. They handled people very well, both drunk people, sober people, shy people. not shy people, extroverts and introverts, they talk to everybody and they made everybody feel comfortable. I was really impressed with them. But, to be honest, that was sort of the experience I got from Wed on Wellington as well. So I think it goes back to the parent company hiring people who are just good people.
Yeah, I was going to say hiring people that are good people and training them and making sure that they are up to a certain standard.
Yeah.
And it does make a difference in your experience, which then is going to determine whether you go back or not go back.
Yeah.
But I would agree that the sauna itself was interesting to see the inside, see how it was laid out, because you always talk about it, but then to actually see it for myself, I really liked that. I did think it was super clean. It was, like you said, well appointed. There were condoms and lubes everywhere that we needed them to be. Even the restrooms were very clean, which I was admittedly kind of surprised.
I know, yeah.
Because that's always kind of a gauge as to, how clean are the restrooms. And
I always,
yeah.
If I can go into a bathroom barefoot, which we were barefoot, then I'm always like, wow, cool. This place is really clean. I'm comfortable going into the bathroom barefoot. So yeah, that was impressive.
As a venue, it was great, and I really liked just seeing the inside of the sauna. Even though I know it's different with couples than if it were just a normal gay by midnight, but I think it was still really cool to see that, and it was really exciting. And I did like the fact that our first time around, you gave me kind of like a more of a sauna experience.
I tried.
But I thought it was great, and admittedly, it was. I knew what you were doing, but it was still a little frustrating at times because I'm like, but I'm not done going down on you yet.
Yeah, but that's the way the world
but
works.
I know that's how it is.
The number of times that you're really enjoying sucking cock and suddenly that cock just disappears and he goes somewhere else. Yeah, that's welcome to saunas.
I know, but it was great. It was fun, and yeah, even though we didn't play with anyone else, I still think it was interesting to have that experience and to just see how it is for for you on a normal night there, kind of thing, or sort of a normal night, I suppose. But yeah, it was good, and like you said, the staff, they were amazing. They were very lovely to talk to, and like you said, I think they handled everything really well and just made everybody feel comfortable. Certainly made us feel comfortable. Yeah, it was a much better experience than I expected it to be, and I would be curious to see how some of the other nights go, like the Tuesday and stuff like that. That could be really interesting.
Yeah. Look, on a scale of 1 to 10, the venue gets a 10, the staff gets a 10, like all of that's 10. For us, for me at least, the clientele were frustrating. In that they were either like really that sort of loud, obnoxious kind of swinger, or the completely quiet, introverted kind of swinger.
Yes, we didn't interact with.
It just goes back to control your alcohol intake, people.
Yeah. It does make a big difference, and especially when going someplace new, we try to really limit what we have before going in for sure. Yeah,
we were there for a long time.
It was very lovely.
We left at like 2 or right before close. So it was 1:30, I guess.
Yeah.
Because and I meant to comment on it. His voice of God came over like, "Ladies and gentlemen, the sauna will be closing in 1 hour's time. If you're gonna fuck now." He didn't say that, but he should have. But it was a great, like, movie theater voice.
Yeah, it was a great voice. I liked it.
Well done, M.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Laryngitis, my ass. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. It was a fun night, and I'm glad we ended up getting on to Red Hot Pie to see what was around.
Me too.
Because
we should do that more often.
I know. Well, admittedly, I thought we would just have a chill night and whatever, but no, I should know us better. We're going to do something.
No. I mean, I could have taken you to Pound Town in the bed, but instead we went to a sauna, and now you've got a sauna experience under your belt.
I know.
So now you.
It's exciting.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah.
Next time we'll get you on Grindr.
Oh yeah, that'll be exciting.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it would be. I don't know. So it's interesting because part of me is like, I would like to do that again, but admittedly, if there was some place in Sydney that did that, I'm not sure we would go much. I think for me, part of the experience is that we're somewhere different, and it's a different experience. So I think that for me, that kind of enhances it.
Interesting. Look,
because it's something I'm not going to do frequently. It's something I'm going to do occasionally.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Melbourne doesn't have a swingers club, so this is kind of your next closest thing.
Yeah, and this is a great use
So-
of the space. And as a side note, it's put together by Melbourne Swingers. I think that's who I think also is in cahoots with the folks that own the brand, brand house.
It was good though. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you had
It was-
fun.
it was
I had
a-
fun.
yeah.
And I love saunas, and I will say it's like they're like tattoos, in that you go to one and then you're like, oh, I need to get another. I need to go to another. And now I'm like, oh, maybe because you're flying out tonight. I was like, well, maybe I could go to the subway after she leaves tonight. But then I'm also like, I have work to do tomorrow, and I really don't need to be out until 2 a.m. on a Sunday,
Yeah.
especially when I'm planning to do that on Monday and probably
And
Tuesday.
maybe Tuesday, yeah.
And likely Wednesday. So, yeah, so I'll probably just stay in my room tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I'd be curious to go to a bigger sauna at some point if the opportunity ever presents, if we can ever get here on the Monday for Wet on Wellington. But I did think it was interesting to see Bay City, and I know that M commented when we walked in that it was smaller and more intimate, but I don't really, for a couples kind of night, I don't see a problem with that. I can see where on a regular night you might feel like you can't get away. So,
Right, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I would highly recommend it if you live in Melbourne. Give it a shot.
Yeah, check it out.
There's different ones. There's Shed 16. There's Peninsula, Wet on Wellington, and there's also the one that we went to, Bay City.
Yeah.
And they each do a couples night at certain times of the month, every month. So definitely go and check them out, because I know Bay City's was every Saturday.
Yep, check out the websites. Check out Red Hot
Yeah.
Pie. It'll be on there.
Wet does it once a month, and I know Shed 16 does it, I think, every week or maybe every other week. But yeah, check out Red Hot Pie, check out their websites, and they'll be able to tell you when
And
the-
you too
when
can
it
have a
happens.
sauna experience.
That's right. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
So, I guess wrapping up.
Yeah.
We want to hear what your sauna experiences are. Have you ever been to a sauna? Do you want to go to a sauna? So let us know. Send us messages on the Facebooks, on the Twitters and Instagrams. We are at By the By Podcast. If you want to support us, of course you do, go to www.patreon.com/By the By Podcast. We that's how you can get cum rags. We got a couple of new patrons this
Yeah.
past week, which is nice, and we're going to need to send out some cum rags here
Yes, we
really
are.
soon. So if you're waiting on your cum rags, they're in the mail. If you're not yet patrons, become a patron and you can be waiting in the mail for your cum rags. Email us, theatomsoflove@gmail.com. Check out our website, www.bytheby.com.au. Yeah, I think that's just about everything.
Yeah. And come out and see us on May 10th for Meet the Podcasters
Yes.
in Pendulum.
Yes.
Yeah.
So excited. Also, if you're going to the May the 4th party, let us know. We'll also be there for the Easter Bunny party. I'm going to dress as a bunny.
Yay!
I wish I had a full fursuit.
Bradford bunny?
I would totally wear the full fursuit. There's a uniform party coming up, which I got new stuff from Eagle Leather here.
Yep.
So yeah, we got lots of sexy things happening over the next few weekends.
Yeah.
So we
Hopefully
we
we'll
better see you
around.
there,
Yeah.
podcast people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, microphone people. There you go.
Microphone people.
Yeah, we're looking at you. Cool. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Hi, this is Dedeker, co-host of the Multiamory podcast. We offer new ideas and advice for multiple forms of love, everything from conscious monogamy to ethical polyamory and radical relationship anarchy. And you're listening to a Swingset Network podcast. Find us and much more at swingset.fm.